What about when you burnt your feet and then called the GM a cracker? Bro, what you talking? What would you do, bro, if you was in the situation, bro? Like, I got a whole lot of money, bro.
I'm rich.
Bro, they paid me $200,000 to go in the crazy bin, bro. But they try to pay me. Tell them they try to tell me $200K to go in a crazy house, bro. What would you do, like, bro? Like, yes, I threw a bag of dicks at my baby mom in front of my kids, bro. Like, bro, like, what would you do if your baby mom's was, bro? We kumbaya, bro. We kumbaya. Bro, Antonio Brown's an idiot, bro.
You gotta end.
But he the greatest wide receiver. Let's move on, man. What else we talking about Russ.
Russ, man.
Let's get on the sports.
Man.
We gotta touch on this Russ topic, man. So Russ, let's get some context to the folks, man.
So Russ, he started out his career at OKC.
Dog,
right?
A dog.
I think so he made it to the championship. Was it the not the championship?
That was the championship against the Heat, man.
Championship?
Against the Heat. That was their third year together. Bro.
At what? He was like about 23 years old?
He was about 20. Everybody on the team. Oh my God.
Yeah, they had a young
That's
Harden.
the greatest team, one of the greatest teams to never win a championship.
Yeah.
Russ, Harden right before his prime KD.
Yeah.
Young KD.
Yeah.
But still ain't had the ball spot yet, KD.
Yeah.
Serge Ibaka.
He brushes his hair every now and then.
Every
KD.
night he might get a lineup, KD. He don't even care no more. So they had all these killers on the squad. James Harden coming off the bench. That's how nice they was.
Yeah.
They go to the finals, they lose, but everybody like they up next, right? Next year, James Harden gone. They still that team,
Houston. Yeah.
right? We all know what happened. KD ended up going to Golden State. Russ become Mr. Triple-Double, you know what I'm saying? And then eventually it's like after he do it 3 times, the media's narrative start to change on Russ. Like, oh, he's just stat padding, he's chasing numbers, he's trying to be, known for the triple-double. Is the triple-double even worth it anymore?
Yeah.
So after, I guess the last 2 years, they really been like, they've been cold on Russ. You know what I'm saying? Like saying he's inefficient. We all know Russ can't shoot. And I feel like
he used to have a little.
He had that stop and pop.
Yeah, that stop and pop.
But the thing is, bro, I don't know what happened. I got that theory on when you get too swole, you forget how to shoot.
Too strong.
Because even his free throw percentage used to be like 81. Like, and to the point where I was like, oh no, Russ going to the line. Now he gonna make them. Because he got that mentality too. Like, nah, I'm making this. But I feel like even his mentality is deteriorating. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's tough.
Yeah.
Right now, being in L.A., man, since he's been in L.A., I haven't even followed sports as heavy as I used to. And it's L.A. every day. Like, whatever game they got, they talking about what Russ is doing.
What? I think the spotlight is bigger and his role is smaller. Yeah. And I think that's a recipe for disaster, especially when you're not as efficient as like a Dame Lillard or a Steph Curry. Because like if he's going from 20 shots a game and he makes 8 and gets a couple free throws, he'll get 23, 24 points.
No problem.
But if he's going from that to 12 shots a game, he going to have some games where he only hit 3 because he's like a guy, he might catch fire in the fourth quarter or the third quarter and that elevate his percentage. So I think with the decreased opportunities and the increased spotlight, and the expectation with the Lakers organization is just like Russ is just
he's not the guy.
He's what they call him? They call him with the black sheep. Like he's the GOAT. What you call him?
I don't think that's right. The black
like
sheep.
When the
right?
black sheep, like the one that get all the blame. When really the Lakers was put together.
The scapegoat.
He's the scapegoat. Exactly. Like he getting too much blame and not enough opportunity. So. But the thing is, they can't trade him. Trade deadline just passed.
I seen your boy got traded, Harden.
Harden got traded to the Sixers. They doomed now.
But what do you say to the fans and the critics that say that this is the Westbrook? This is the West. They like this is who he's always been.
Bruh, people just love to be able to compare, to be better than you by comparison. I told this to a kid the other day. Like he's a short kid, but this kid like smart as hell, talented. He could draw. He only kid in the grade that could do a backflip. Like fastest kid in the grade, but he's just short. But he getting down because people saying that he's short. I'm like, I showed him Muggsy Bogues, Spud Webb doing 360s, and I'm telling him like it don't matter. People just want to be better than you in some way, so they picking on the one thing that's obvious.
Right.
So Russ, everybody know he can't shoot, and the league done moved to 3-point shot and efficiency. He's not that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I mean, I feel like we can't lose sight of the player that he's always been. And then also, like, they're not using him the right way.
Right, yeah.
They're not using him like, I mean, LeBron got the ball, so what can you use Russ for? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you change his role. I think they're scared to talk to him too.
Yeah.
Like they're scared to actually sit down and say like, maybe you still start, but 2 minutes in, we subbing you out, and when LeBron comes out, you come back in.
You do your Westbrook thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're not using them. What's the point of having soldiers if you're not going to use them?
Using probably right to their strengths.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I guess that really shows the flaw in the coaching there. And we all know coaching is big, man. I seen it.
Coaching is huge.
I seen it. Bro, Sean McVay has brought the Rams to the Super Bowl twice in 5 years.
It's crazy, bro. You've been a Rams fan your whole life.
Hey, whole life.
And
bro, people don't even believe. Bro, I can't even tell people, bro, that I'm a Rams fan.
You a bandwagon.
I'm a bandwagon,
You
bro.
a band. Nah, they got OBJ.
Bro, it was
they got
all
Aaron Donald,
good.
Von Miller. Now you want to be a Rams
Bro,
fan.
it was all good when we
But
was losing 15
you
years,
a OG,
bro.
You an OG bandwagoner, though, if you want to be technical about it. Because they was the greatest show on turf when you became a fan.
Nah, that's
Back
not
when
true.
they were real football?
That's not true.
That when you, what?
I was already a fan.
You was a fan before that? Trent,
yeah,
with Trent.
I was already a fan because my pops was already. I'm a Rams fan because of my father.
So you bloodline.
I had the Rams. I was told, sat down at 1 year old, you was a Rams fan.
You was a Rams
when
fan.
When they was running the hell out of Eric Dickerson
still a Rams
over
fan.
and over and over again and not winning nothing. Just like how we did Steven Jackson.
Okay. Oh, and you know what? Even if you wasn't a Rams fan from the beginning, the fact that you stuck with them through the years of ineptitude, that got to count for something.
When we was
Mark
99,
Bulger, Sam Bradford.
Hey man,
who else they had? Bro, I don't even know some of the dudes.
Bro, we had Nick Foles.
Nick Foles was there before he turned up.
Yeah,
went to the Eagles and remember how to play football. Nick Foles. Yeah, y'all done been through it. So
we didn't have some guys, man. But
coaching
look,
is
man,
huge. Coaching is huge.
Look, man, it's been 5 years, 2 Super Bowls. Look, Sean McVay. Listen, this actually happened right before I went to boot camp. Right, this is actually
I remember that.
Right before I went to boot camp.
They went from what 3 and
we went
13.
From ranked. How many teams in the NFL? 31?
32.
32.
32. They was ranked last.
We was ranked last
in offense.
I was done watching. I'm like, man,
this is offense. Offense ranked last. Defense was cold.
Defense was straight.
Y'all was injuring everybody that year.
Defense was straight. I give credit for Jeff Fisher.
I'll never forget this play.
Hold
up. I'll never forget this play. Justin Forsett for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
He had an I formation. There was a straight power run.
Donald.
Oh my God. Ran into Aaron Donald.
Hall of Famer.
Get your ass on. Man, his whole arm was bent back. Yeah. I said, boy, that boy mean.
Violent tackle, man.
That's real football.
They
right
blew the whistle on, bro. They like, hey, man.
Oh, God. Oh.
Hey, man.
They threw a challenge on it.
Come on, man. You can't tackle nobody like that.
Oh, my God. Hey, I seen a clip of AD, Aaron Donald. He tackled. They did a read option in college. He was on Pitt.
Yeah.
The dude tackled the quarterback and the running back.
Yeah, man.
He mean.
He cold.
But keep going.
But back to the point on how important coaching is, man. Sean McVay came to us. Worst offense on paper in the NFL. Worst on third downs. We punting the ball. Every game I watch, bro, we punting the hell out the ball. And we had the best punter in the league. Our punter got the highest contract.
He getting reps, brother. He getting reps.
Look, Sean McVay came in next season. Same personnel. Number 1 offense.
Turned up.
I was in boot camp reading the newspaper.
Who the quarterback?
Bro,
it was Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
The same quarterback that they was calling a bust
Yeah.
The previous year,
He
like,
was an
man,
MVP candidate that
be,
year.
Yeah.
That was that year with that mean Rams Kansas City game. I ain't
Yeah,
even see
it
the
was
game.
like 50 to 54.
Oh my God, I wish I watched that game.
Only reason why we won because AD was
Y'all won
chasing
that game?
down. Yeah.
Oh my
AD
God.
was chasing down Mahomes left and right, bro. He was running for his life. But yeah, man, that showed me right there that coaching was different. And I always believe, it's personnel first. But I guess I should have known after watching all the Bill Belichick's Super Bowls. I'm like, their personnel was always cold on defense.
On defense, yeah, for sure.
But for the
offense,
offense,
and then they had that guy. They had that guy. We got to touch on that too. They had that guy.
Yeah,
But I don't think he was always. I think mentally he was always that guy. But he needed that foundation. I think coaching is most important for the beginning. You know what I'm saying? For the structure.
Yeah.
But then how you perform is based on personnel.
That's so crazy, bro. And it just show you too, like, you look at it that, from sports perspective, how important a coach is, right? A mentor, somebody to, bring people together and show you, X, Y, and Z. It's like, dang, what you doing right now as a teacher, bro, it's basically the same thing.
That's true.
It's basically the same thing.
We encoding the information, basically,
Right.
that's gonna prepare them for the next phase. So, yeah, coaching. And the one example I was thinking about when you said that, literally this year, OBJ, going from Cleveland, getting 2 targets, 3 targets a game,
no touchdowns,
getting overthrown.
I don't know when.
And then as soon as he go to the Rams, what he had 6 touchdowns in like 9 games or something like that.
Scored a TD, like 5 games straight.
Yeah, just turn and this simply using them the right way and having a scheme and a system that suits his abilities. So yeah, man, coaching is huge. We could go Tom Brady, maybe go AB. Time is running out, but yeah.
Tom Brady, man, 12, man, he just hung it up.
I called you about a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
I said Tom done retired. That was the first story that came out. This is Adam Schefter. You know Adam Schefter loved breaking news early.
Yeah.
He gonna tell you when he find out something. Loose lips. Can't hold water.
Yeah.
So he dropped the bomb, said Tom gonna retire. Then they came out and said no decision has been made. But before they even said that, I'm calling you like, hey, bro,
12
Tom
done.
Brady.
Yeah.
He said, what'd you say?
He ain't done.
I said, boy, that's the same thing. I said the same thing, boy. Ain't no way.
He just
threw 43 touchdowns, 200 carries, 165 yards.
He done.
20 carries, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns.
The only season that he's had better than this was with Randy Moss, right?
He had Mike Evans. Well, the thing is, though, bro tore the ACL. A good one. Marquise Goodwin.
Yeah, he gonna be back.
Or Godwin.
Godwin.
Yeah, he tore the ACL, and you never know he gonna come back. Gronk ain't what he used to be. Mike Evans
beat up,
hamstring every other game. AB done gone crazy.
He did catch a bomb on Ramsey though.
Who?
Evans.
Oh yeah, Evans did.
He caught a bomb on Ramsey.
That was the last touchdown too.
Yeah,
last touchdown. So
I was stressed watching that.
Oh yeah, that was it.
They was coming back. I'm like, God. Who paid?
It's Tom.
What's going on?
It's Tom too, and you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm really stressed.
Yeah.
Come on, he gonna do it again.
Yeah, I'll never doubt Tom again after that ATL Atlanta Super Bowl.
Man, they paid them boys, man.
I'll never doubt Tom again.
Go ahead. Hey, man, it's funny too, right? Because I had text my pops. It's over. Oh, they up 24. They up 24, bro. You can't blow the 20. It's over. You know, that's what I'm really hating on Tom.
28-3.
I ain't like Tom at the time.
It was after the pick six. The pick six.
Bruh.
They
put him away.
Yeah.
They put him away. They up 24. You can't lose. I ain't even.
Tom turned up on him.
You can't even lose that on PlayStation.
Tom turned up on him.
Bro, you can't even lose that on PlayStation,
Cause, and then with Madden, you know, when they started getting smart. You remember Madden got smart? It was like, I heard some of y'all ain't punting on 4th down.
Yeah.
We gonna learn
fix that rule.
We gonna fix that. So yeah, man, I don't doubt Tom.
Yeah.
But I'm doubting the fact that he gonna stay retired. He already came out and said, you know, they asked him, would you come back? He said, well, never say never. That already tells me like he 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I think it's more so his family that's influencing him to lead the game because he know he could play.
They talking about, you know, it's time to get with fam. I'm like, hey, man, he done missed all this time.
He might as well.
Hey, let that man play 2 more seasons, man.
And you know what? When have you ever seen Tom really get a good hit put on him?
Tom is one of the best. He has one of the best pocket presence. This will make him so good. The side steps, the step ups.
No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that because it's one play that come to mind, bro.
What's that?
I feel like he got that Michael Jordan air where people don't want to touch him. They don't want to, like Black Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's white Jesus right
there.
But
I feel like, bro, you put the tape on, bro. I've seen Tom.
Yeah, he got that.
It's just the little.
He got that. I'm not gonna lie.
His sixth sense is crazy in the pocket.
So many times
he can't run.
He can't, but he can sidestep like a mug.
So if he know Tom a smart dude, I can't run.
I got 2.5 seconds.
I got to just work on. Bro, he probably got some cone drills, bro, where it just.
I think Tom got LASIK.
Step up.
He got LASIK. That's what it is. He got extra vision, field vision.
Yeah.
So but this is this one play that always come to mind. He was a lead blocker. It was like an end around, and then he decided to block for the running back. Man, it was versus the Jets. You know what play I'm talking about?
I can see him running, but I don't even know.
He ran out against the sideline. He was like 5 yards from the sideline. He ran out, and two dudes had the chance to just
light him
obliterate,
up.
Just kick him out the lead, just like they did Brett Favre. You remember they did that to Brett Favre?
I remember that hit on Brett
Favre.
Man,
that crack back
on the Vikings.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I said, oh, here it goes.
Oh man.
Here it goes. Man, they ran around him.
Yeah.
To get the running back. I'm like, bro, you got this is your chance.
What year was this though?
This was like 10 years ago, man.
Oh, this is with Brady?
Maybe a year, but it was with Brady.
Oh, so it was still legal then?
It was still legal. No, it wasn't legal because it's Brady. Because it's Brady.
Oh, Brady.
If they did it, they would have never seen another
flag.
But Brady out the lead. Yeah, man. Hey, Tom Brady, man, he coming back. I already know he coming back. But
amazing.
Yeah, shout out to him. Even
man,
if
I seen Peyton Manning's my favorite quarterback all time.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, he's my favorite quarterback all time.
Okay,
Peyton Manning.
He was doing that thing when he was playing. He was doing that thing.
Man, I just love Peyton Manning, bro. He out there.
He changed the play. He ain't need no coach.
He changed the play 10 times before he snapped the ball.
Come on.
These quarterbacks nowadays, they just whatever the coach say, ball, and then they, if whatever the coach say,
52 is a mic.
Hey, bro, you play with Peyton. You don't know that playbook. Peyton Manning must have had the smartest players with him, bro.
You right, and they did. You remember they was one of the first teams on the 2-minute drill. This is the one thing I remember about them. Dallas Clark, Marvin Haye, no matter who it was, Reggie Wayne.
Yeah.
They catch the ball, run the ball to the middle of the field, and put it down for or hand it to the referee.
Yeah,
that's one of the plays. I think who messed up on that? Chase Claypool.
Dak Prescott just messed up on that.
Dak Prescott done himself. The Cowboys terrible.
It's funny,
clock
bro.
management. They gonna run a quarterback draw with 13 seconds.
I know, but I actually think it was a good idea.
Man,
it was very
take too long to develop. Though.
It was very poor execution. First of all, Dak ran too far. He ran too far. He should have cut it already about 3 to 4 yards short.
If he'd have got down, that would have helped.
He should have cut it 3 to 4. Let's say 5. If he would have stopped about 5 yards short, because he already had the first. He ran an additional 5 yards.
Okay.
If he just went for the sticks, slide, he already know the protocol about handing the ball to the ref. He would have snapped it. They would have had one good shot about 30 yards out.
It's risky though, bro.
It's risky, but they
need a touchdown or they need a field goal.
They needed a touchdown.
They needed a touchdown.
They needed a touchdown.
They only got one shot. How many?
I think they was all. I don't even know. Don't even quote me on it, but I believe they was down by
4 points.
By 4, right?
Okay.
So they needed a touchdown.
Okay.
Right? They didn't want to throw a Hail Mary.
It was like 40 yards out, though.
From that play, he was about 50 yards out, which is basically a Hail Mary.
They're going to be running.
You can't run it. You mean to tell me? At all the time I wanted to go, so everybody in the heck, bro, I worked with about 15 people that done caught COVID, and they like, oh, damn, everybody got to go home. Bro, I'm touching the same door they touching, going to the same restroom they going to.
I ain't never caught it.
Come on, man. I'm in the heck conversation with you just right now. They like, yeah, Nigel just had COVID. I'm like, well, damn. And this was contagious as they saying it is.
Yeah.
And I still ain't got it. Come on, man. I'm asymptomatic, man.
Man, that don't even mean that you can't.
It didn't mean I didn't had it.
And then
but I just don't got no damn since I've been had it.
You been passing it the motherfuckers though.
Hey man.
You was talking about Dak.
I wear my mask, you know what I'm saying?
You was talking about Dak. You said
So Dak, Dak should have slid about 5 yards. So look, the play. So where they started to play out, I believe they were about 45 to 50 yards out.
That's
it, right?
And that's Hail Mary range.
That's Hail Mary range. You can't run effective play. They had.
You can run it out. 10, 15 yard out if it ain't there.
Oh, you talking about for that particular play?
Range, and then you take 2 end zone shots.
You could run it out,
but you might not make a completion. You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm coming like that over
was
to your side.
That was a guaranteed
first down because everybody playing
and
off,
yards.
Yeah, they playing off the ball. Yeah,
it was gonna be a guaranteed yard. So the play is genius because you know I got 10, easy 10 right here.
Yeah.
But Dak decided to take 15. He done took 15 or 20 yards instead of just taking his first. Right.
Yeah.
To make it manage because if he just take his 10, now we got it was either a 35-yard play.
Probably got 5 seconds on the clock,
and we can actually run a design play to the end zone. Right?
Yeah.
We can run a design play to the end zone. We ain't got to throw a Hail Mary. But instead, Dak, he was like, I'm going to go take this extra 15. His eyes got too big.
He probably thought he was going to get to the end zone.
He ain't think that. He ain't execute. The moment was too big. His heart was beating. Oh, damn, I got an extra slid.
Oh, man.
He didn't hand it to his damn center.
Yeah.
They trying to snap the ball.
Why did he hand it to his? No, did he hand it to the? He handed to the. Who he handed to?
He either put on the floor or he handed to a center. One of the two.
Okay, and the ref bumped into the center.
Nadja, the ref was like 30 yards out.
So he running full speed.
I don't even know why the ref was that far away from the play.
I don't know.
I'm like, as the play is in motion, Dak take off running. Why is the referee not jogging up?
You know, sometimes people just get that deer in the headlights.
Bro, the ref had to just be watching the play.
Yeah.
He was just literally watching the game like everybody else.
He's like, I ain't thinking.
Because I'm like, I'm thinking like Dak, okay, Dak messed up, but why is the referee, if you pull up the clip, the referee is like 20 yards out.
Yeah, he had that deer in the headlights.
So either way, I'm not even sure if they would have even got it off if Dak was like, cause the ref was so far. Like, bro, you not even in on the play. You already know it's seconds left in the game. Why is you not up where the lineman is at? He should have been right there.
I feel like that should be reviewable too, but they ain't trying to make the game too long and have everything reviewed. And I don't know. But bottom line, I don't even know why we started talking about Dak.
Man, we was talking about Dak.
Clock management, because Indianapolis had that clock. You was talking about how Peyton Manning was your favorite. Hey, my memory getting better, man. I'm getting it back.
You taking the mushroom powder?
Huh?
You know they got mushrooms out there for like memory and stuff, man. Different mushrooms out there, man.
Huh?
Hey,
what you say?
Hey, just drink water.
Hey, man, I took a couple things. I ain't take no mushroom powder.
Drink water, man.
I want to finish off, man. I don't even want to go AB, man. You know what I want to do? I am athlete. I want to go. I am athlete and the pivot and the podcasting world, man. I'm already cutting into baby girl time, but we got 8 minutes. We gonna go 8 minutes. So one of my favorite shows, as far as YouTube. Something I used to like to watch on the weekly. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they drop, if they got a guest that I like, is I Am Athlete. And if you watch the show recently, you will see that it changed because Fred Taylor,
Channing
Crowder, and that's it, right?
That's it. Because Ocho, he been going back and forth.
Yeah, Ocho is like neutral, in and out, but he trying to play both sides like he always do.
Yeah.
People pleaser. Yeah. But Channing and Fred T, one of the two people who started off the show with Brandon Marshall, they gone. Right? So I ain't even peep at first. Like, I'm like, what, they just getting on new people? They got scheduling conflict.
Yeah.
But then when the pivot dropped, you know what I'm saying? You seen the pivot?
I have seen the pivot.
You seen the joint when they was talking about the truth?
I have seen it.
Right. So the pivot dropped. That's a new podcast with Fred T, Channing Crowder, and Ryan Clark, who I feel like was a great choice for them, but we could get into that later. And they kind of just laid it out on the table like, it was basically like that Joe Budden situation where you got one person who has basically, they're trying to control the intellectual property, take full ownership, and then treat their co-hosts like employees, or I guess independent contractors where they just give them that tax information at the end of the year. This is how much y'all get.
Right.
And Fred T and Channing Crowder really didn't rock with that, so they ended up departing from the show. I guess what's your take on that situation? Because I feel like it's pretty significant, at least in this podcasting space. You know what I'm saying?
My biggest take on it, or the way how I was looking at it, was the narrative of the show changed, right?
Man, my God!
You remember how
I gotta call Florida, bro.
Hey,
Go ahead, keep going,
you know how organic like the conversations was when it first started. Man, I was excited. Like I didn't hear nothing about it.
Right.
I don't even know how. I don't know if you sent it to me, and that's how I learned about the podcast. But I'm like, yo, Brandon Marsh, Ocho, these are all the players that
our favorite players from
right?
that time, back when they had real football.
And I remember Fred. Like this was my pops boy. He like, boy, Fred, man. You gotta get him in one of the lineups.
Like the Jaguars, but Fred T.
I'm telling you,
28 for the Jaguars. I'm telling you, hey, you know he ran a 4.2 coming out of college. He said they run a 4.2.
He was rolling, man. He scored a touchdown on his first carry of his career.
Fred T.
He didn't even know what to do with the ball. He didn't know what to spike it,
running around. With the ball.
He was jumping around like a little kid out there.
Yeah, man. Hey, Fred T. crazy. So,
but yeah, man,
we seen it kind of start, and they was talking about real topics.
Real topics, organic as hell.
Channing Crowder crazy, talking about here kitty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was real organic.
The cash is gel, and that's why it blew up, and it blew up so quick.
Right.
The growth was crazy. Like it went from
20,000 views a week.
Yeah.
100,000 views a week.
And this is all in a month.
Exactly. And they got that capital, to inject money into it. They got the notoriety with their name. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to kind of get that stimulus in the beginning.
Quick, yeah.
Because everybody see the faces like us. We watching the joint. Oh, that's Fred Taylor. That's B. Marsh. Like these are those guys.
Identify.
And then when they got Ocho, when he came in, that changed the game too. Because Ocho got that notoriety.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, like you said, like the subject matter is,
and where it really changed, honestly, the NASCAR, bro.
Every week, and people waiting for this show to come out. They like, what they gonna talk about this week? Who they gonna have on?
Yeah,
Dale Earnhardt,
bro. And was that the first one?
It might have, what? It's Dale Earnhardt. Yeah, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Because the very first one, I was cool with it.
They had Bubba Wallace because it
might have been him.
The Black Lives Matter joint, and it made sense because he was going. It was a relevant topic to what they talk about.
I was cool with that.
Socially conscious, and then also sports. Yeah. So Bubba Wallace come on because he had this big thing where it was racism in NASCAR, and now he's on the front street, right?
I was cool with that.
Then they do Dale Earnhardt. It was funny, you know what I'm saying? But now they trying to have this whole other show where every week is NASCAR.
I am NASCAR.
I am woman. And the woman show is different because it's not them.
Right.
But it's like, bro, what's the niche? You know what I'm saying? What's the niche? Well, I don't know how to say that word.
Honestly, for the I Am Woman, Joan, I was like, okay, it's just a segment that, I'm not that big.
That's a branch off.
But I'm sure they have an audience that's tuning in on it.
Exactly.
So because it's like,
everybody love the housewives, the football wives, and so it's a natural fit.
So it's like, okay, that was honestly a pivot off of what they had. So it might have just been, they touching that specific audience that want to tune in, but you also have, our stuff for your original audience that's interested in listening to. But that NASCAR thing, it just took over, bro.
Right.
It took over to the point. I remember clicking on, they dropped the video. I'm like, what the heck?
5 minutes
How many times is he going to drop this, man? Don't nobody want to see this.
Hey, bro, don't nobody care about no damn NASCAR. But y'all football players, bro. We here to see some football topics or some black topics or something.
Bro, I'm like, listen, man, I ain't watching another joint until y'all drop a regular.
Right.
Drop a regular joint.
And there was like probably 3-4 straight weeks they talking about NASCAR, bro. But then on top of that, like when you think about the subject matter, it's topics that they not trying to touch on. When it started off, it's like real open. It's candid.
Open,
it's
organic.
Candid, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And honestly, we got to touch on leadership. You know what I'm saying? Like clearly from their vantage point on the pivot, B. Marsh had this vision of where he wanted the company to go.
From the get-go.
And it's what I find like is crazy is that they branched off and did their own thing independently, right? It was spur of the moment, pandemic, we gonna start this thing. Mm-hmm. But the whole business model seems like the idea is to get that corporate shelter to where they have like, you know, an investor and they have these guidelines that they can't cross. Because B. Marsh is never willing to kind of go over into that blue material. Blue is just like risque material, which, you know, it makes sense for people like us because we got jobs. We don't have the capital to say F you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Certain things we can't talk about because you got to really toe that line. But you talking about some guys that's millionaires.
Yeah.
And there's certain topics that he just not trying to touch on. And it's like, bro, like, why do you feel like you need this corporate, you know, funding?
Backing, right.
This corporate backing because your audience could be that much more loyal to you if you're actually willing to touch on these topics.
Right.
But he's trying to get this crossover with NASCAR. It's like, how many people that watch NASCAR is really tuned in to Fred Taylor and Channing Crowder?
Those videos was not getting any plays, bro.
No, and everybody in the comments is like, bro, what are y'all, what are y'all doing? Like, what is this?
Honestly, I learned from the comments of Fred and Channing not being on there.
Yo.
Hey,
we touching on I Am Athlete, bro. We back in the game, man.
What you on right now?
Yeah. We on the pod right now. I ain't want to skate past this topic without hitting your line because I know you passionate about this.
Man, so we got Florida on the line, man.
Yeah, man. This.
Down tonight.
You say it again.
I'm gonna tone it down tonight. What's up?
So we just touched on the move, you know, Fred T. Channing Crowder to the pivot. We touched on how like Brandon Marshall was trying to tap dance on that line, you know what I'm saying, tightrope, you know, that so he can get that corporate funding. But we wanted to get your opinion on like the transition from the content on I Am Athlete and you know, just your perspective on the issue.
I mean, it really turned into I Am NASCAR, you know.
what Brad just said.
That's really what it was. I Am NASCAR, but it's crazy to I'm glad they started talking about it. I don't know if you watched some of the episodes from the pivot.
You know, I seen them joints, bro.
Yeah, especially the first one, and they kind of was skating on that one because I don't think they wanted to get too deep in it. Mm-hmm. But I just seen another interview they did.
Busting with the boys.
Busting with the boys.
Yeah.
So Fred Taylor really got, you know what I'm saying, in depth a little bit. It's like he ain't really care no more. And you could see that it ain't no buddy, but at least with him, I think Channing might still be cool with Brandon or whatever, but like Fred Taylor really like expressed himself and really told what was going on. But that's pretty much, I figured that's what it was too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in that first episode, when they touched on it, like, I knew that's what it was, man. I'm like, because I felt like that too. We had I Am Athlete, and it started out good. Like, it was something that I looked forward to every Monday to watch. Like, as soon as 12 o'clock, I'm looking, you know, who the guest is or whatever the case is. And, you know, you could tell by the numbers too. It's not just me or you or Brad or anything. You could tell by the numbers. It was like over 1 million views.
Absolutely. And it was quick. It was quick too. Like, as soon as they dropped it.
Like, and the majority of what they gotta understand is the majority of the subscribers was there for that, the initial content, and I knew something was going on when they brought Bubba Wallace.
Hey, go ahead, bro.
And he sat there. He was really trying to argue the fact that he's an
athlete. And Brandon Marshall sitting there acting like, hey, Channing, he can do it, you know.
He said, so you telling me.
Whoever's connected to, you know, something, you know, bigger, that's what he going for. Like, so he's really justified. That's why I appreciate Channing. You know what I'm saying? Like, gonna keep it real and say something. But yeah, I knew something was wrong. I'm like, hold on, okay, all right, whatever. You know, Bubba Wallace, he's an athlete. And then I seen him. I think the following episode, they went to go change some tires. I'm like, hold on now. All right. But I promise, like, I think 3-4 episodes after, like, it was I Am NASCAR, I Am NASCAR, I Am V,
bro.
I Am Woman. And I didn't have any problem with like their wives getting on and talk about their perspective. But it's I Am Vegan. They had some cooking. I don't know what that was. Hey, listen. Then they had the I Am Athlete LA, and that fizzled out very quickly.
They're not doing it no more?
No, man. That had about 3 episodes, bro. Because it's like, and the thing is, let people like when that started 2020.
Yeah.
Like, it hasn't even been, at that point, it wasn't even a year yet or a year and a half yet.
And he trying to branch out in all these different ways.
Like, you know what I'm saying? People still setting, like come on now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just the way he was doing it. I figured that's what it was. And, you know, they explained it. And just doing too much. And I think you said it one time when we were talking about it. You said how you come from the big network to do something. This is supposed to be something different. This is supposed to be that,
right, yeah.
You know, in depth, behind the scenes, locker room, personal talk that you know you can't really say on the big networks, and
that's why he left Fox, because he couldn't really express his true feelings. But then
only to come and do
come back and try to work for corporate.
Yeah. Hey,
like crazy, man. And then like not even get into the fact that he don't let anybody talk, bro. Like I saw time, man. Hey, man, Jared, what's his name? Jared Ostrich. I can't say his last name, but sometimes. Jared, the guy with the dreads.
Oh yeah, when he came, I don't know if you can. Hey, I might have to cut you off, but I know where you're going.
I ain't gonna go into that, but I'm saying in general, like sometimes, like he's about to make like great points about something, or like he's getting a little bit more.
All right, yeah. Just cut them all.
No, I ain't gonna say what you.
No, I feel you. I feel what you're saying.
Nah, I'm just saying he's making a point of he'll get in depth. Past surface level or whatever the topic is, and Brandon Marshall, you could tell if you don't like it, he'll cut it off.
Absolutely,
and not even just him. Like he does it to Fred Taylor, he do it to everybody. Like it's like he tries to force you to agree with his point of view by over talking you because he's a host. Hey. And then like sometimes he even like he'll cut somebody off by bringing out Chef Nancy.
No bull. And you know he probably look. This what I wanted to say about Brandon Marshall. I feel like your leadership style kind of comes out. Like it's certain things about your personality that you can't veil but for so long. Mm-hmm. So y'all remember the episode where B. Mars got angry about the basketball
that was
contracts or football?
That was when Andre was on that jump.
Andre ain't say but 3. Hey, bro. Hey, have you seen Brad? Yeah, you seen Brad on video. Bro, Andre Johnson, Brad, uncle or something, bro. I swear on. He said about 5 words the whole episode, and it's to the point they was putting the camera on him. He was just smiling like. And B. Mars going crazy, and he was
so turned into his episode like about him.
Exactly. And I think that probably was leaking into the background, because if you're willing to do that on your platform, then that means you probably have a real domineering leadership style, you know, behind the scenes. And you really the biggest thing that came out in that episode to me was the fact that he was not willing to even entertain the idea that he was wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got 5 people, former athletes, telling you, no, bro, basketball contracts are guaranteed. Yeah. And he's like, no, they're not.
I'm telling you, I know broke ballers.
Yeah, it's
going off.
Yeah, bro. I think B. Mars probably tried to put his hands in too many pots. The pivot already off the jump is way more organic, and I think they're getting. I mean, you see, they got Marshawn Lynch last week. I think they're getting certain people.
Yeah, I just watched that last night, man. And
yeah, bro.
He was comfortable.
I've seen it all popped up. I haven't caught up.
You know?
Yeah, and I think they're getting certain interviews with certain people because they can sense that it's a natural type of feel. Yeah.
And not Brandon Marshall, but Marshawn Lynch opened up about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you never get Marshawn on no platforms.
Come on, man. You know, so you could tell it's different, man. It's different. Like,
hey, what's buddy?
That's probably why what's the name didn't pop up for that episode.
Who?
Sha'Carri.
Who? Oh yeah, Sha'Carri.
Yeah,
it could be.
That's probably why she ain't come.
It could be.
I don't blame her.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, the last thing about I Am Athlete, and I got to jump off. I'm already cutting into it.
Yeah.
But, hey, did you see the episode about, featuring old buddy from the 49ers and the Cowboys? What's his name? Not Bruce. What's his name? The old dude, bro. You ain't. I wish I knew.
I probably ain't watching.
He was DN in the early 90s for the Cowboys during the dynasty years. Hey, you got to go back and watch that episode, and when you watch it, call me, bro, because if that's not you in 30 years, bro, well, you know, you older than us.
How long ago this was? Like a couple weeks?
It was probably like 3 weeks ago, bro. Go back and watch that episode. I got to holler at you about that.
You say that's me?
It's you in about 10 years, bro.
The first 30 years, because he thought about it. He like, all right, this man is old. Let me switch it up.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna go watch that.
Hey,
I
had
probably
to
can't
get
make it through the whole episode because Brandon Moss probably was over talking.
No. This on the pivot.
Oh, it's on the pivot. Okay,
yeah. So it's all kosher. And check this out, bro. Last topic on the I Am Athlete joint. I got XM. I don't have XM, but like it's the one channel where they're trying to get you to buy XM. I heard a commercial for I Am Athlete on XM. So you already know what type of time. You already know what type of time, bro, is on.
That's what I'm saying. You could tell. Fred Taylor was bothered by it because he's like, and they literally said on that Bus with the Boys interview, both of Fred and Channing, they said, man, we just thought we didn't want to do all the extra stuff. That's cool.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what the big network is for. Like, we literally want to get out the highs and talk about football.
Yeah.
You know, that's literally it. And get give people the behind the scenes and your real personal perspective and things of that nature.
Right.
Next thing you know, they on a commercial.
And you know what? I think when you look at people like Pat McAfee, I don't know obviously we don't know his structure, but the way that he's able to keep his team cohesive, and even like Barstool, like companies like that, and unfortunately it's ran by white folks, but like something about their business model, people feel like they're being treated fairly for the most part. And it's sad that like, a group of black men couldn't keep it on the up and up and kind of like
that quick too. Like
it was only like a year and a half.
And that from the audience's perspective was a good group of friends. Man.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking these niggas, excuse me, I'm thinking they hung out, met each other's family.
They probably did though, bro. Yeah. They probably did, but when it comes down to and it's crazy that even took down a table of millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would ownership be a problem amongst motherfuckers that have money?
Greed.
It's crazy
from certain individuals.
I think when you see these Joe Rogan contracts and these Pat McAfee contracts, 100 million, 200 million, I guess it's just another level, like a different echelon that they're trying to strive to. So same thing with Joe Budden and then folks like. Yeah, bro, you gotta really have some integrity about you to see that number and not want to take all of that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
God bless, man. Hey, I appreciate you. I'm glad you picked up. I knew you wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, bro. I probably won't watch another episode, my boy.
I haven't.
I can't do it. It's just like.
I'm lying. I seen the LaShawn.
Man, this thing too long.
Yeah, I seen the LaShawn.
Shady.
I'm
I
lying,
had to click
bro.
on that for Shady.
Shady McCoy.
Shady
bro.
was cold.
Yeah, Shady had them jukes, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And he was a good guest too.
Yeah, he actually was.
So that's the last one you watched?
Yeah, that's the last jump. That's the last.
He was a good guest.
That too, because that's their first meal in about 5 months. So
basically, they first real nigga came on the motherfucker.
Yeah, and they was like,
Shady, and I actually knew nothing about Shady personality prior to that.
Not at all.
Yo, Shady actually funny.
And I know you ain't watched. Y'all ain't watched that Antonio Brown. I ain't even watched that one, bro. Honestly.
Nah,
you talking about that? But I didn't see that. Nah, but he crazy. I'm not listening to 2 hours of Antonio Brown, bro. He's literally like out of his mind.
You know.
They don't even. But we kumbaya, bro. We kumbaya.
I mean, Deer Park.
What are you talking about? Mental health. I got mental wealth. I'm rich, bro. It's no problems. It's no problems.
Exactly how you said.
He do talk just like that.
What? Like if your coach told you, like, get the fuck out of here, and then you take off. I probably shouldn't have did that. But then if you think about it, bro, like. Like think about it, like bro, if you really think about it, like who really get it popping? Like who the best player on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers past 2 years, bro? What you talking? Then they say, but Antonio, what about when you burnt your feet and then called the GM a cracker? Bro, what you talking? What would you do, bro, if you was in the situation, bro? Like, I got a whole lot of money.
I'm rich,
bro. They paid me $200,000 to go in the crazy bin, bro. But they try to pay me. Tell them they try to tell me $200K to go in a crazy house, bro. What would you do, like, bro? Like, yes, I threw a bag of dicks at my baby mom in front of my kids, but like, bro, like, what would you do if your baby mom's was, bro? We kumbaya, bro. We kumbaya. Bro, Antonio Brown's an idiot, bro.
You gotta end.
But he the greatest wide receiver. Hey, where he from? Hey, Florida, where Antonio Brown from, bro?
Man, you know where he from. Shut up.
He from the crib, ain't it?
Yeah, he from the crib.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I did.
AB, man.
Hey, man. Hey, appreciate you picking up, man. I'm gonna holler at you, bro.
All right, y'all boys.
All right, take it easy,
bro.
Man, like, what would you do, bro? I've been watching that. I ain't watched that episode.
Yeah. Jacket, cold as a mother. Cold as a. Man, that's funny. Yeah, you sound just like that. Yeah, just like that. Man, I was talking to. Bro, what are you talking
about, bro? I didn't force my way out of it.
I mean,
what would you do?
Tom is my friend.
Tom can't do shit.
Tom is my friend. I love him. He was there for me.
Tom is not my friend. Why? Because I catch
you guys
footballs.
Took what I said
out of content. You took my statements out of content.
I said he was a bitch.
It's all for.
I didn't say I think he's a bitch nigga all the time,
bro. Like it's all for clout. Like, bro, my
Tom. You think Tom can do this shit by himself,
bro? I'm rich.
Tom called me. He called me.
Tom can't do shit.
I needed a ring.
He the greatest. Why? Why is it? Who really get it popping?
Who getting? Come on, man.
Come on, fellas.
Who gonna check me?
We kumbaya.
Hey, you know he tried to. When I knew AB was really gone. Well, besides the big mother thing, because I thought he was just really gone from them. But he was with this YouTuber called Destroying.
Yes, and he was in the crib.
Yeah, he was in the crib with bro and stuff, and then he switched up on Destroying. Said he was going to sue Destroying for dropping a video, right? And you know, Destroying's making money off his YouTube, saying he ain't getting no money. I ain't getting nothing from that.